Houston, Texas. Your fusion radio. Top 40s, dance, Latin, country, pop, rock and roll. All in one station. Mixing genres and generations. You're listening to KNLY New Waverly, Texas. 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The program presented are submitted by members of our community and are a proud sponsor of KNLY 91.1 FM. The views expressed do not necessarily reflect those of KNLY 91.1 FM and its affiliates.
Good afternoon and welcome to a special edition of today's Entrepreneur. Co-hosting with me today is Yadi, and our special guest today joins us from Tijuana, the president of the Tijuana Zonkeys, Rafael Carrillo Barón.
Hola, buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Le agradecemos hoy por para estar aquí con nosotros hoy en la 91.1 FM. Gracias por aceptar nuestra invitación a conocer nuestra estación. Aquí estamos localizados en The Woodlands. Thank you again for coming out to do an interview with us. We really appreciate you accepting our interview, and we want to know more about the Tijuana Zonkeys. Armani, can you give us a little bit of history on a little bit more about the team?
Absolutely. So we were introducing the president of the Tijuana Zonkeys as we troubleshoot our connection here. And one of the most successful things, this is one of the most successful teams in this particular league. And once we get this connection troubleshoot here, we're going to make sure to get back to our connection here.
Okay, just go ahead and let the audience know a little bit about the history and everything that you have done your research on, just to kind of let everybody know a little bit more, introduce them.
Yes, so while we troubleshoot, I've learned that the Tijuana Zonkeys have won 3 championships, and especially through over a period of time, they're very successful both in terms of the youth and also the duration of the league here on that particular part of Mexico. So it's very interesting to hear about. And once we get our connection here, we're going to make sure to bring you the president of the Tijuana Zonkeys.
Okay, great. Now we did say that. Okay, and here he is. Señor Rafael Carrillo, ¿nos escucha? Señor Barrón. Ok, bueno, le agradecemos mucho por haber aceptado nuestra invitación a hacer la entrevista. Queríamos saber un poco sobre los equipos, el juego ahorita que se aproximada, ya está llegando ahorita, que se están vendiendo ya ahorita los boletos. Si nos puede decir un poquito sobre esa presentación que va a tener prontamente. Ok, bueno, queríamos saber también si es que nos puede decir un poquito más sobre los jugadores, cuáles son los jugadores que usted diría están ahorita jugando a su excelencia. Ok, ok. Bueno, aquí queríamos saber un poquito más, también igual, sobre más o menos cuáles estados en México son los que tienen jugadores ahorita, que están activos y también son parte de lo que sería la liga. Ok, bueno, nos da mucho gusto, de nuevo otra vez, y más o menos como a cuántos están, o ahorita desde cuándo ya están vendiendo los boletos. Ahora, los jugadores están activos en algunos eventos para la comunidad. Últimamente han hecho como recaudas para la gente, para el público, que les está dando el apoyo. Ok, bueno, ahora Armani va a seguir, va él ahora a preguntar unas preguntas y yo nomás se las voy a interpretar. Ok, Armani, you can go forward with asking.
Okay. And we're going to hear the connection here. So I was going to ask about our American audience. We're familiar with the NBA, but we wanted to learn more about the league that the Tijuana Zonkies are part of. Can you tell us about that and how that was established and the history behind it?
Well, to our American audience, I can tell you that we're just maybe a degree or two below the NBA. We wish we were as good as they are, but I'm afraid not. We have had people that go from our league to the NBA, and we have had people that come from the NBA and play with us, either retired or they want to get your game up again. They use it like a school, like a training facility, and we've been very successful with that. And luckily, our rules are very similar. The biggest difference, I think, it is that we play quarters, 10-minute quarters versus 12. And I do not remember any other rule that has substantially different way of playing the game.
That's excellent. So, moving on to another question as well for our American audience. So, you mentioned the differences in this league compared to the NBA, in that there aren't too many, like you said, and I was going to go into the countries. So, what countries do your players come from for specifically the Tijuana Zonkies as well as the league in general?
Well, we have many countries. We have from Europe. We have Spain. We have Germany. We have Japan. In South America, we have from Argentina. We have Uruguay, but most of them are Americans. Because they have many great players, and also because it's so close to us. Our team has been mostly Americans. We're entitled to have 4 Americans at a given moment, and they're usually from the United States.
Okay, I didn't know that. So that's good to know as well for in terms of both our domestic and international audiences in the United States. I wanted to know about how specifically can international audiences tune in and watch the Tijuana Zonkies play.
Well, you can catch us in the internet, in Facebook. Our name is Tijuana Zonkies Oficial. Tijuana Zonkies Official.
Okay.
It's a little bit a different spelling, but it's very close to it. Just look at Tijuana Zonkies and you're going to find how to get into it.
Okay. And I was going to go into as well for if locally, are there any community events in Tijuana that both local community can get involved in, as well as the visitors who want to experience a community event and go to a game potentially? What are opportunities coming up for that?
Well, we have a lot of sport events in Tijuana: baseball, soccer, wrestling, boxing, and obviously basketball. And we form a pretty neat community. And every time anybody has anything, everybody shows up. We have our mascot. I think you've seen him before.
Mm-hmm.
and he goes all over the place. I think he shows over 300 presentations a year, and we go to schools, we go to openings of shopping centers, races, anything that we have a lot of public, we go there, and we have over 300,000 people that see our mascots on the low side every year.
And so how did we come with the mascot idea of the Zonkies?
Well, the name Zonkies comes from, that's the question that I'm asked the most. If people have been in Tijuana for many, many years, down Revolution Street, which is the main drag in Tijuana, they used to have a donkey that was pulling a cart, and he said the date and welcome to Mexico and welcome to Tijuana and so on, and it was just a tourist attraction. But at that time, the picture were black and white, so the donkeys came out pretty bad, just a blob. So somebody thought about putting stripes on them like zebras, and now the contrast in the pictures look very nice. And anybody that's been in Tijuana in the 30s, 40s, 50s, and up to today, I guarantee you many of you out there have pictures, if not your parents or grandparents being in Tijuana with those pictures. Anyway, that's where the idea came. Zonkies is a combination of zebra with the stripes, and donkeys because that's the animal that we have. So that's why Zonkies was formed, and we're very successful with it. Everybody, when I bought the team, I did not like the name. But before I bought it, I was just looking at it for about 6 months, and when it came time to decide to change the name or not, I've heard it so much, and people really liked it, so I stuck with it, and everybody, and we're successful, and because we are a zebra and a burro mix, that's where our Zonky comes from, and that's where we have our mascot.
It's an interesting background, especially with the combination of the history and how that came together. How much, if specifically for both the local community as well as visitors, how much are tickets to go to a game, and where can everyone purchase tickets if they want to go see a Tijuana Zonkies basketball game?
Well, first of all, and easiest is go to the internet on Facebook, the same Tijuana Zonkies Oficial. If you just go Tijuana Zonkies, you're going to be sent to that Facebook page, and you're going to see where to buy them. And the tickets are very inexpensive. I mean, if we have our tickets, if you buy a season tickets on a popular level, it's very low. It's under $3 if you buy the whole season. And a given game is $5 in the general section. Then we have another section that's about $10, and the facing seats will go for about $25.
Okay. And as well, what messages, and we're going to ask this in both languages, so we're going to ask about what messages do you want to share to local fans, both in Tijuana and as well as international fans?
Well, the thing I can tell you is that if you come, Armani, especially yourself, if you come and watch a game, you're going to be surprised by the quality of the games. The season is very short. With playoffs and all, it's about 4.5 months, and you cannot afford to lose games. So when the players go out there, they really work hard. You cannot afford to lose any game. So you see people diving for the ball, people really excited that the public gets into it. When we're in Tijuana, all our fans on, and we go maybe to about 3,500 fans at capacity, and everybody's jumping up and down when one of our players scores a basket, especially when we win a game, especially a tight game. I myself like to win by 20 points and not be a contest, but the public doesn't like that. They prefer to have tight games where you change who's leading the game at a given moment 20 times, and they're really, I mean, it's fun when you win, and it's not so much fun when you lose.
Right. Well, we definitely, like we said, we thank you so much for accepting our invitation to do this interview. We're happy to spread the word here in the Woodlands, and mi casa es su casa, so hopefully one day I'll go to TJ soon.
I was going to also ask...
When our season starts, we'll be happy to send you guys tickets. If you need to be picked up on any place in San Diego or Los Angeles, we'll be happy to do so and bring you to a game. I'll guarantee you, I won't guarantee you that we win, I'll guarantee you that you will have a great time.
That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome.
That sounds like very exciting. I was going to ask you that last question.
We have Americans here in public. We have probably 15-20% of our public is American, and they really enjoy it, and they come back. They make it a fun day. Our games usually start about 7:30 to 9:30, and they usually get here. We have different than in the States. We keep our beer is sold right after till you want to go home. We have live music, we have mariachis, we have marimbas, we got everything you can think of, bands, everything live, and we have a great time after the game and before the game. We make it a party of it. Very different atmosphere than San Diego. Very different atmosphere than the way you see a game in the States. Here, I mean, it's really party time, and it's a nice party. Security is great. We have never had a problem, and it's a lot of fun, and I would very much like to have you both. And if you want to bring a big staff, remember we only have 3,000 seats, so as long as you keep it under 3,000, we can fit you in.
That'd be excellent.
And that sounds really exciting, like really fun. And like you said, in comparison to what we have in the States, it's very.
So I have your commitment, and as soon as the season starts, you're going to join us?
Definitely, we're very interested.
Okay.
Bueno, muchas gracias otra vez.
You have an open invitation. And thank you very much for having me, and just invite the people that are hearing these broadcasts, that they're more than welcome to come to Tijuana and not only enjoy the game, but enjoy all the benefits and the good things that Tijuana has to offer.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you so much for that invitation as well. This is very, very exciting to speak about, and as well as share to multiple international audiences. So,
well, anybody that says that they heard this on your show, they get the first free beer. The first beer free on me.
All right, that's what I'm talking
awesome.
about.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you again, and we won't say bye. We'll say later because we're going to keep in touch with you and follow along with everything that you're doing. So let us know the next update comes in, okay?
And remember, tu casa es mi casa.
Es todo. Gracias.
Adiós.
Adiós.
Thank you, everybody.
Hasta luego. Órale.
Thanks for joining us on Today's Entrepreneur.